I discovered lanacare-nursing-pads as a new mom and midwife living and working in Sweden in the early 90s, and I absolutely loved them. I had 2 pairs, which got me through breastfeeding both of my kids. The nursing pads are designed by a Danish nurse and made out of the softest organic merino wool. Because they're organic and not treated with any chemicals, they still contain their natural lanolin, which actually gives the wool self-cleansing properties. As the wool absorbs moisture, the lanolin is activated to cleanse away bacteria and odors. So you don't need to wash them each time you switch between the pads. You can go several weeks between washing them. Because wool breathes, it actually maintains a comfortable temperature in either warmth or cold. So even in the hot summer, wool can be comfortable because it breathes and it maintains a comfortable temperature against your skin. Another amazing property of wool is that when it's untreated, it can absorb up to 40% of its own weight before it actually feels wet. And then when it does feel wet, it's warm, not cold and clammy like with the cotton disposable pads. The larger sizes of the pads stem from Scandinavian midwives who have always said to keep your breasts warm to help prevent plugged ducts. And as a professional lactation consultant, I know, at least currently, there's no scientific evidence to support that, but I did have a coworker who was also a lactation consultant who was breastfeeding twins and had a very abundant milk supply, and she said that they were amazing, that she couldn't even leave her house without wearing them or she developed plugged ducts, and when she wore them, she was fine. Also, the larger size of the pad actually makes them less noticeable through your clothing because the pad fills the entire cup of your nursing bra, so you don't see that unsightly edge as you can with the smaller pads. Size small is the size that I recommend most often for women who are a B to double D cup. And even so, this size seems huge to most women when they first see them and compare them with the cotton and disposables. But the larger size will still fit within most nursing bras, yet give you the coverage that is intended to help prevent the plugged ducts. Another condition that we as lactation consultants can see is something called vasospasms, which can be extremely painful, and one very helpful way of treating them is with warmth. So the nursing pads are perfect for this condition. The gentle warmth from the pads keeps the blood vessels dilated, preventing that pain. When you do wash the pads, they should be hand washed in lukewarm water, and it's not as cumbersome as it might sound. What I usually say works well for this is the basin that you get at the hospital when you're there. So you can use that, fill it partway with lukewarm water, add some lanolin replenishing soap, and then put the pads in the water, swish them just gently for a few seconds, then let them soak so that the lanolin can be absorbed by the wool fibers. Then you want to empty out the water and replace it with clean, fresh, lukewarm water. Put the pads in there to rinse them just once, and then you can remove the pads, press the water gently out, and then roll them up in a terry cloth towel to press out the excess water. And then you'll lay them to either air dry or over a mild heat source. And what I say usually works well for that is a running dryer, because that will give the mild heat that will hasten the drying process. Even women who feel they're allergic to wool can many times use these pads. A lot of people actually react to the chemicals that are used to extract the lanolin from the wool, and there are no such harsh chemicals used on the wool. So I have actually known people who are not able to tolerate wearing wool sweaters because they develop rashes who have been able to use the pads for breastfeeding their babies without any issues. So if you have any hesitancy to buy these pads, I encourage you to go ahead and give them a try, because most women find them absolutely amazing, as did I when I used them, which is why I started this whole business, because as a nurse midwife and lactation consultant, I had no intention in going into business, but I just found these so helpful and for so many women. And my ultimate goal is to help women to have the wonderful experience that breastfeeding can be. It's the best thing for your baby's health. It's the best thing for your health as well. So thank you for giving them a try.